One of my earliest childhood memories is of me and my mom lying on our bellies on the terrazzo floor. So, growing up in the 80s in Singapore, we actually had terrazzo floors, so they look like broken pieces of marble-like structures where when you trace your fingers, you can actually trace out animals or plants or butterflies or birds. The other thing that my mom and I would love to do is to look out of the window, stare out into the clouds and see whether could we spot animals. One of the memories that I really cherish are of my mom and I, the times that we've spent together. And, sometimes when I miss her, these just come back to me quite vividly. I was trying to spot an elephant in the sky, or in the terrazzo, I'll see a little turtle or a butterfly, or animals that we think up, and it's just our imagination, and it's just the really strong bond of mother-daughter time. So thinking about this, tracing lines in sand or animals, or thinking up conjuring of shapes and different details, it calls to mind a particular deity that I'd like to talk to you about today, and his name is Cang Jie. So I'm not sure whether have you heard of him, Cang Jie. He's quite a unique character in the Chinese mythology. He's someone with 4 eyes, and he's said to have amazing eyesight. We'll delve deeper into why, what's the use of these 2 pairs of eyes, 4 eyes, or what's the use of his sharp eyesight. Strong fingers trace delicate lines. 4 eyes blink in astonishment. The idea of a new form of communication begins to grow. Just as Nüwa, who breathed life into creation of human beings on earth, Cang Jie, this person, this deity, this mythological character that we're going to talk about today, has created a new form of the Chinese language and gave it a new birth. So the reign of Emperor Xuanyuan, or he's also known as the Yellow Emperor or Huangdi, he's regarded as the dawn of Chinese civilization more than 5,000 years ago. So this particular emperor, Huangdi or Yellow Emperor, he's unified ancient tribes, consolidated power, military accomplishments. He also set up governmental positions, formulated decrees, regulations, gave structure to the human society as well. So this is something quite, it's almost like blasphemy during that time, and this is way back 5,000 years ago. So under the rule of this particular Huangdi or Yellow Emperor, Cang Jie is tasked, he is a court official at that time. Cang Jie was tasked with this huge project. It's monumental. And he was told to actually come up with a new idea or new way, because rope tying is not feasible enough for the empire that's actually growing in size. So as the legend of this mythology says, Cang Jie gone into the mountains to ponder on how is he going to come up with this monumental task of how am I going to create a new way of record keeping if I'm not going to tie ropes and knots and stuff like that. What can I do? He chanced upon this turtle and he stared at the shell. So the shell has, lots of lines and patterns and designs. And with his fingers, he started to trace the designs of the turtle shell on its back. And Cang Jie took a closer look and discovered there's more to it than patterns. And he realized that might be a meaning within the patterns of the turtle shell. So Cang Jie's discovery of the the hidden meanings behind the patterns that are inscribed onto the shell. Turtles live for a very long time, so all the ages, the years of hardship that the turtle might have gone to, the turtle might have fell, got bitten by some other animal, and had scars, and these scars bear meanings to Cang Jie. So for Cang Jie, with his intense study of nature, of the birds in the sky, the animals that roam the earth, down to the smallest bug, the trees, the fish in the sea, the lake, and all these creatures, he then decided that there is a new method that could conquer the rope tying. So he developed pictograms or hieroglyphs similar to those of ancient Egypt that tells a story. And with these pictograms and hieroglyphs, he conveyed meanings of the objects that are reflected. And then moving on, Cang Jie then assigned words to these pictograms that he created of these animals and creatures and birds and plants and sticks and things in our daily life. So Cang Jie was said to have 4 eyes or 2 pairs of eyes, and he's so capable of piercing through to the depths of even the greatest mysteries to be discerned. So because of his this remarkable ability and him able to decipher the greatest mysteries of what's real and what's unreal and what are lies and what's fake and what's true out there, he was believed in mythology to be the incarnate of true wisdom.